can give you a cookie. You finished the volume already?
Yeah.
Can I take a look before you continue? So the volume is base area times the height. Yes, so it's area of the circle times the height. So it's pi r square times the height. So so this is what's your calculator answer? So this is round to what? Round the whole number, is it? Can you write down round the whole number and then write down the unit cm cube? Then you go and find the surface area. So later I will teach you how this volume and surface area of this cylinder is related to the prism. So have you find out the top surface? Let me see. Let me see your progress. So the top surface is pi r square, okay, which is 154, and the bottom is also 154. So how do you get the side? How do you get the side? The side is a rectangle, right? So for the rectangle, you need to have the length, and then you also need to have the breadth. So what's the breadth? What's the breadth?
14.
Which is the height, right? Then what's the length? The length is actually the, what's the length? Length is equal to, if you can recall, the length is related to the the length is related to the
circumference
of the
circle.
correct. So you just need to find the circumference of the circle. That will be the length. And then you will get the area of the side surface. I see the side surface. So circumference, what's the formula for circumference? Huh? Pi r square. Write down the formula for circumference first. What's the formula for circumference? What that? Pi r square is for area. So circumference?
2
What that?
2 pi r.
Correct. So you make a mistake there. Let me see. I want to see the side surface. Can I see the side surface or not? Side surface only. I don't want to see a total surface, right?
No, I doing the.
Still doing it. Okay. Okay, looks good, right? Okay, good. So that's it for what figure? We are done for.
Cylinder.
Very good. Now, let's move on to prism. So among all these figures, this is called a prism. Okay? How do you decide this is a prism? Okay? So if you look closely, okay, so somehow I just okay. So why this is a prism? Because okay. Let me see if I have a prism at home. I need to demonstrate to you. Yeah, most likely I need to go and buy the Toblerone chocolate to illustrate this point to you. If not, it's a bit hard to talk about it without. Never mind, just bear with me. Okay, imagine this one, triangle. Okay? So if this is a triangle, so the volume of prism is the same as the cylinder. So what's the cylinder? Volume of cylinder.
The base.
Yeah, base area.
Times the height.
Alright. Times the height. Okay? So now it's important to understand, but there is a difference. So if you put it this way, this will be the base, right? If you put it this way, this one will be the base. If you put it this way, maybe it will come back down, right? So this will be the base. So therefore, which one is the base? So it's hard to tell, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
You put it like this is the base. You put it like this is the base, right? So you have different bases, so it's hard to nail down the base. So that doesn't make sense, right? You cannot say, oh, I take this is the base, and then this is the height, and then I take this is base, this is height, and then you have different answers, right? You have different answers for the same figure. That doesn't make sense, right? So now, therefore, for prism, this base area is called the uniform layer area times the height. Okay, so just ask you what's the definition of uniform? Not the school uniform you wear, okay? What's the meaning of uniform? You know or you don't know? You know or you don't know? You don't know. Okay, so you don't know, never mind. I assume you don't know. I'm trying to find something so that I can illustrate this point to you. Give me a moment. Okay, never mind. Looks like I don't have the. Okay, so now uniform means same. Okay? Uniform means same. Okay? So uniform layer area. Okay, so if you look at this prism, if you consider this is the base, okay? If you consider this is the base, that means you are going to cut it this way. And if you cut it this way, what you realize? This is your first layer, this is your second layer, this is your third, fourth, fifth. So you realize you have a first layer, right? And then you will have this second layer, right? And then you have your third layer, right? And then fourth and fifth, right? Can I ask, do you have a uniform layer?
No.
Is the 1 same as the 2? Is
No.
the 2 same as the 3? So this is not uniform. So it's not uniform, that means this contradicts the definition of uniform layer area. So this one can't be the base. Okay? Right? So what I'm trying to tell you is, if this is the base, this has to be the height. And then if you cut like this, you don't get a uniform layer. So this one cannot be the base. Then how? If this cannot be the base, then which one you want to be the base?
No.
What about this? Can this be the base? The triangle. So if this is the base, that's why you try to put it here. Put it like this, right? Which one is the height? This one, right?
Yeah.
So this one is the height, right? So that means you are going to cut it like this. So if you take out, do you get uniform layer?
Yes.
Yes. So you get uniform layer. So therefore, this is the base, and that's the height. So the formula is volume of prism is equal to base area times the height, right? And the base area is called the uniform layer area, right? Times the height, right? So a uniform layer in this case is area of, in this case is area of,
Triangle.
very good, times the height. And this height is the height of the triangle or height of the prism?
Head of the prism.
Correct. So it's the height of the prism. So therefore, area of triangle, what's the formula?
Half times base times height.
Correct. So but now the half times base times height, we are talking about the triangle now. This is the base of the prism. But when we talk about the area of triangle, that one is for the, so I'm going to extract the triangle out. This is the height, right?
Yeah.
Of the triangle. And this is the base of the triangle. So you don't confuse yourself with the base of triangle with the base of the prism. You understand? So if they give you this is 10 cm and they give you the height is 8, so you can quickly do half times base, which is 10, times the height 8, and then probably this height of the prism is 12, then you just times 12. So you will end up with 40 times 12, 480 cm cube. Does it make sense now? Does it make sense now? Does it make sense now? So the key is uniform layer, or sometimes they call this cross sectional. Cross sectional, just a different word, cross sectional area, to replace your this uniform layer area. Okay? Cross section means cut. Okay? Understand? So one more prism is this. Okay? This is like a gold bar. Okay? How do you cut to get a uniform layer? Can you cut it this way? So first, can you cut it this way?
No.
Why not? If you cut it this way, you get a 1, and then you get 2, and then you get 3. So 1 is not equal to 2, 2 is also not equal to 3, right?
Yeah.
So it's not uniform, so you cannot cut it this way. So that means this cannot be the height. Then this cannot be the base. Okay? So how do you cut? How do you cut? Then you can only cut it this way. Right?
Yeah.
So therefore, if you cut it this way, you continue. If you continue cut, so this will be your height. So if that one is your height, which one is the base? Which one is the base?
The bottom.
Yes. The bottom. Which bottom? This one? Here?
No.
Or here?
The second.
The second one is called front. That's called front. Is it front?
Yeah.
That one is back. This one is left. This is right. And bottom. So the front. So you write down. So volume of prism in this case is equal to base area, or rather I just quickly change, is uniform uniform layer area times the height, right, of the prism, right? So uniform layer in this case is a, can you see it's a trapezium?
Yeah.
So I just write down times the height. And by the way, how do you get the area of the trapezium? You break it into two triangles and you find them separately. Does it make sense? Does it make sense to you? Does it make sense to you? So now I'm going to give you an example. I have plenty of questions here, so you don't worry. I have so many questions until I can test you many times. Oh, I'm not supposed to look at the answer. I'm supposed to look at the question. And by the way, your teacher is supposed to give you the revision material.
Yeah, he say he giving
Ah.
next lesson.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. This is the one. Maybe I should simplify. Maybe I should simplify this question first, just for the sake of you. So let's consider this one first. So you just ignore this. Okay, so if you are asked to find the area, I've asked you to find the, is this a prism? How do you cut this one? Can you tell me how do you cut this one? Can you cut it this way? Can or cannot?
No.
So actually it's very simple. You always test it like this. If this is your layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, do you get the similar layer? Do you get a uniform layer? So it's 1 equals to 2, 2 equals to 3, 3 equals to 4. Is your 1 here equals to your 3 or not? Yes or no?
No.
Of course no lah. You know why no?
3 is shorter.
Yeah, so therefore you cannot cut it this way. So that means you cannot cut it this way. Simple as that. So you cannot cut it. If you cannot cut it this way, can you cut it the other way like this? Okay. Probably I want to make it bigger. Never mind. Okay. So since you cannot cut it like this way, can you cut it this way? Can you?
Yes.
Yeah. So once you cut it this way, right, you will get this one, right? And then of course you get this. Then later after that the other piece also, right? At the back, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, this is the uniform layer you can get. Okay, so if this is the uniform layer, that's how you cut. So this is 5, then this is 9, then I think they give you this one. Okay, this one is how much? Let me see. 2. Can I ask you, how do you find the area of this shape? You split it into triangle 1 and triangle 2. So this is your triangle 1, this is your triangle 2. Can you go ahead and find area of triangle 1, area of triangle 2? How do you find the area of triangle 1? Triangle 1 is, okay, so you just use the formula half times space times height for both. So you write down area of triangle 1, area of triangle 2, then so you give me the area of triangle 1 first. Then later you give me the area of triangle 2. Just keep using base times height, half times base times height, half times base times height. Then you should be able to find the triangle 1 area, triangle 2 area easily. What's your area of triangle 1?
9.
How to get 9?
Half times 2 times 9.
Very good. Half times base times height. So triangle 1 is cm square. Triangle 2?
Half times 5 times 9.
Half times?
5
Uh-huh.
times 9.
Very good. Because this is the base, this is the height. So what's the answer?
22.5.
Very good. So therefore the area of this whole thing is add up 31.5 cm, right? Am I right? So this is your uniform layer area, right? Right? So if this is your uniform layer area, which one is the height of this whole thing? Which one? Is 9 the height of this? Or is this one the height of the prism? Which one is the height of the prism?
9.
The 9 or the this thing?
9.
Okay, how do you cut? Just now how you cut? On top, right?
Yeah.
So when you cut like this, right? When you cut like this, right? When you cut like this, right? Where you end? You end here, right? Right? And where you start? You start here, right?
Yeah.
So if you start here, you end here. This is the height. That's how you cut, right? If you tell me the height of the prism is 9, right? You are telling me how you cut. You tell me the height of the prism is 9, right? You are telling me you cut from here. Start. Second. Next. Next. Until the end. Can you cut like this or not?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. So can you consider 9 as the height? Cannot. So therefore the 9 is not the height of the prism. Instead, where is the height? You start here. Cut. 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 Oh, done. So this is the height. So what you do is, you take the uniform layer area, 31.5, times the height, which is here. This one. This is where you start. This is where you end. Right? So therefore this is the height. So you times the height. So the question probably give you, and this will give you the volume of this. Make sense? Make sense? So if you look at the this one just now, how do you cut? Can you cut it this way? Can you cut it this way? Can you cut it this way or not? Start.
No.
Next. Why not?
It's not.
Not uniform layer, right? The only way you can cut this one is, can you see it's here? You start from here. Next. 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 Last. So where you start and where you end? You start here, right?
Yeah.
And you end here, right?
Yeah.
So start to end is the height, which is here. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Does it make sense now? Okay, so therefore you get that's how you get the volume of the prism. Okay, and I'm going to probably we stop here, then later we continue.